walking down the street one afternoon when he sees a woman with perfect breasts, and he says, "Hey, miss, would you like me to bite you on your breast for $100? You let me do it, huh?" She goes, "Are you nuts?" And she keeps walking. And he turns around and runs down the block and around the corner before she gets there. And he goes, "Hey, listen, how about if I give you $1,000? Can I bite your breasts?" She goes, "Listen, I'm not that kind of woman. You got it?" So the old man runs around the next block and he faces her again. "How about $10,000? Would you like me bite him just once for $10,000? She thinks for a while. She goes, 10,000? Well, okay, but just once, but not here. Let's go to that dark alley over there. So they go to this alley. She takes off her blouse and reveals the most perfect breasts in the whole world. He grabs them. He starts caressing them, fondling, slowly, kissing them, licking them, burying his face in them, but not biting them. And she's like, well, when are you going to bite them? Are you going to bite them or aren't you? And he goes, "Hell no, it costs too much." So this woman's learning how to golf. She's been teaching herself to play for like 3 months, and she's really, really bad. So she decides to get a golf pro to help her. When she sees the golf pro, she explains how bad she is. He tells her to go ahead, hit the ball. She doesn't. The ball goes like 50 yards in the brush, slicing to the right. And the golf pro says, I can see you've got a lot of problems. Your stance is bad. Your head's all over the place. But the worst thing is basically your grip. He says, grab the club gently as if you were going to grab your husband's club, you know what I mean? And then when the feeling's right, go right ahead and swing. She does just that, and the ball goes off the tee perfectly straight for about 275 yards. The golf pro says, "That's unbelievable. I didn't even think you'd do that well. But we got to go on to your next problem now. How are we going to get that club out of your mouth?" Yeah, when Bill and Hillary first got married, Bill said, "I'm putting a box under their bed. You got to promise never to look in it." And in all their 30 years of marriage, Hillary never looked in the box. But on the afternoon of their 30th anniversary, curiosity got the better. So she lifted the lid, she peeked inside, and in the box there were 3 empty beer cans and $1,874.25 in cash. Well, after dinner, she couldn't hold her guilt anymore, and she said, "Look, I'm really sorry, Bill, but for all these years, I kept the promise. I never looked in that box under our bed, but today the temptation was too much. I gave in. But now I need to know why you keep the empty cans in that box." And Bill thought for a while, and he said, "Well, I guess after all these years, you deserve to know the truth. Whenever I was unfaithful to you, I put an empty beer can in the box under the bed to remind myself not to do it again." And Hillary was shocked, but she said, "I'm really disappointed, and I'm sad. But I guess after all those years, away from home on the road, temptation does happen. I guess 3 times isn't that bad, considering the number of years we've been together." And they hugged. They made their peace. Well, a little while later, Hillary said, "So why do you have all that money?" And Bill says, "Well, whenever the box filled up with empty cans, I took them to the recycling center and redeemed them for cash."
Damn. You drank enough for like 40 people in 40 years.
I did not have sex with that woman.
Tony had just finished reading a new book. It was called "You Can Be the Man of Your House." So he stormed into the kitchen and said to his wife, "From now on, you got to know I'm the man of the house. My word is the law. You will prepare me a gourmet dinner. When I'm finished eating, you're going to serve me a sumptuous dessert. And then, after dinner, you're going upstairs with me. We will have the kind of sex I want. Afterwards, you're going to draw a nice big bath so I can relax in it. You can wash my back, towel me dry, and bring my robe." This is for you, Doc. "Then you can massage my feet and my hands.
Like an average day.
Tomorrow, guess who's going to dress me and comb my hair?" And his Sicilian wife, Gina, says, The funeral director would be my first to guess. Dear Abby, I've never written to you before, but I really need your advice. I've suspected for some time now that my wife's been cheating on me. The usual signs: phone rings, but if I answer, the caller hangs up. My wife's been going out with the girls a lot recently, although when I ask their names, she always says, oh, just some friends from work. You don't know them. Yeah. I try to stay awake and watch for her when she comes home, but I usually fall asleep. Anyway, I've never broached the subject with my wife. I think deep down I just didn't want to know the truth, but last night she went out again, so I decided to finally check on her. Around midnight, I hid in the garage behind my golf clubs so I could get a good view of the whole street when she got home from the night with the girls, so-called girls. Well, when she got out of the car, she was buttoning up her blouse, which was open, and she took her panties out of her purse, and she slipped them back on. And at that moment, crouching behind the golf clubs, I noticed there was a hairline crack where the grip meets the graphite shaft on my tailor-made 460 driver. Now, is this something I can fix myself, or should I take it back to the PGA Superstore?
Hardcore.
An elderly guy goes to his doc's office for an annual physical, and after a while, the doctor says, look, I'm sorry, Bill, but we have discovered you got a condition. It only allows you another 6 weeks to live. And the old guy's like, but Doc, I feel great. I haven't felt better in years. This can't be true. Isn't there anything I could do? And the doctor said, well, you might start going down the street to that new health spa and take a mud bath every day. And Bill's like, oh, will that cure me? And the doctor said, well, no, but it'll get you used to the dirt.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That's cool.
Man named Bill woke up on his birthday and his wife and kids didn't even say good morning to him, so he left for work in a huff. But his receptionist, Joanna, said, happy birthday. And he says, wow, thanks, Joanna. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me all day. And he was so happy. They worked till lunch break, and Joanna asked if he wanted to go out for lunch. And instead of taking their usual lunch just outside, on the bench, they went to a beautiful bistro. She said after they ate, hey, my apartment's just around the corner. You want to visit? He said, well, sure, why not? And at her apartment, Bill sat on the couch, and Joanna said she'd be right back and stepped in the bedroom. Well, minutes later, she came back out, followed by Bill's family, friends, and coworkers, and Bill just sat there naked. This is for Randy. Randy, this is for you. It's annual superheroes New Year's party. Batman and Spider-Man are chatting. All of a sudden, the Hulk rushes in all red and perplexed. What's up? Asked Batman. Well, I was upstairs looking for the toilet, and I passed the bedroom. I saw Wonder Woman naked on the bed, moaning and groaning, and I started feeling kind of spunky and thought, what the hell? And I jumped on top of her. Oh, was she surprised? Asked Superman. Oh, yeah, but not half as surprised as the Invisible Man.
Whoa.
Ouch.
The surgeon went to check on his very famous patient after an operation. She was awake, so he examined her and he said, you're going to be fine. And she said, well, how long will it be before I'm able to have a normal sex life again, doctor? And the surgeon seemed to pause, which alarmed the girl. And she goes, what's the matter, doc? Will I be all right? Am I all right now? I will be, won't I? And he said, well, yeah, you'll be fine, Miss Lewinsky. It's just no one's ever asked me after their tonsillectomies. During a recent staff meeting in heaven, God, Moses, and St. Peter concluded that the behavior of ex-President Clinton and Representative Condit had brought about a need for an 11th commandment. 11th commandment. They worked really long and hard brainstorming in a session to try to settle the wording so that it had the same style, majesty, and dignity as the original 10 commandments. And after many revisions, they finally agreed the 11th commandment should be, thou shalt not comfort thy rod with thy staff.